determined women among us all. Can we have a huge round of applause for all of them, please? I'm delighted to welcome Ms. Samaira Gupta, an innovative and passion-driven entrepreneur with a deep sense of fashion. She also owns her own couture by the name Samaira Gupta Couture. We are honored to have us here as a panelist today, and I would sincerely like to thank ma'am for making it possible to be here today. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we are honored to welcome the voice of women, Miss Mehak Jain, journalist at the Times of India. She has been constantly covering stories about mental health cases among women. Not just that, but also motivational stories like the recent being gamer at 9, global teacher at 16. We are honored to have us here for as a panelist today. Next, we have Dr. Mridul Anand, MBBS MD, a highly skilled consultant in clinical and radiation oncologist, currently working at Mohandai Oswal Hospital, Ludhiana, Punjab. We are honored to have her here as our panelist today. Now I'm honored to welcome Dr. Simranjeet Kaur Gill, the Dean of Academics at CT University, with an expertise and dedication at academic excellence. We are honored to have her here as our panelist today. Welcome, Simran ma'am. Progressing further, it's time to invite our esteemed panelists on the stage as we turn our attention to gaining insights and knowledge as they engage in a panel discussion on the theme Celebrating Achievements and Navigating Challenges. I would request all the panelists to please kindly come on the stage for the panel discussion.
Good afternoon to all. And today we're here, and I'll be a moderator. I'm Kevin Richard, a student from CT University, and we're going to have a panel discussion here on celebrating achievements and navigating many other aspects. So, why am I the moderator must be the first question when we're celebrating International Women's Day. Now, the common thing that we all know is, why are we celebrating Women's Day, right? So, there are certain questions that go throughout the society, throughout us, boys and males. We have different questions. So, I hope with all of your expertise, we can answer those questions. I have personally talked with my friends, in the hostel. I have talked with certain respected people and asked them, what question should we ask them? Let's make it tough. So I got a few questions, and I think these discussions will be healthy because I may ask the crowd who is seated here, questions as well. So you can prepare your questions because they're here to answer today all of your questions. Make it tough because we want to be jumbled. We want to make them jumbled and complicated. Okay? So let's start this panel discussion will be completely a journey because I'm going to make it tough. I'll start with basic questions, then we'll go to general questions, then we'll elevate it a little more and go deep into my own thinking and others' thinking. So are you ready for the ride?
We are happy with the tough question. You are having the tough ladies on the floor.
Okay, we accept the challenge then. Okay, so let's go on with the basic question, and I think everyone here will relate to it because we want to know. So let's just keep it a little brief. And the first question is, what inspired you to pursue a career in your respective field? Let's just keep it short so that people will know about you. So what inspired you to pursue a career in your respective field? So one by one, if you could answer, ma'am.
Should I start from here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Is it working?
Yes, it's not working.
Yeah. This is my home, and all the people here might know me very well. Dr. Simran, Dean Academics from the CT University. I'm the person from the law background. As you all are already aware, many of the awardees who are here today might not be aware of my profile. I had joined CT University as the principal school of law. The fact that I joined the career of the law was that there was no one in the family from the legal background. And to be very frank, people in our society have this hesitant in their mind when a girl is opting the profession which is quite a male-dominating profession. Because whenever we are talking about the law, the first thing came in our mind is practice, and we somehow feel that this profession is not meant for that, women. So from the very beginning, I just want to break that barrier. I just want to make the clear mindset to the people that I can do whatever the men in the society can do. So that was the only choice, reason of opting this profession, and I'm thoroughly enjoying being a part of the legal fraternity and looking forward of many years to working with the same.
Let's give ma'am a big round of applause.
Hello, good morning. Mehek this side, journalist with the Times of India. I had commerce in my plus two, but then I opted for communicative English in my bachelor's, which gave me kick to come in this field. I then pursued my diploma in journalism and I cracked it. I topped the university. Diploma was not sufficient. I did masters in English. Then this was one common trait which you generally see among your parents, your people at your home, that they generally pick up paper the very first thing they read in the morning with a cup of tea. So I realized that what is so important that my father prioritized this. It is the first task of the day. And then this task of social networking was in my family. I have very big family with my bua, masi, mami, talking to each other. Then this gossip thing, that element was there. So it's good with communication skills, maintaining people. But then after I realized that, through this, that a person doesn't have to only be an IPS and IAS officer to improve society and or run an NGO. They can also serve society by being in this profession. So I opted for this, and I've been a national awardee, awarded by governor as well, and many other achievements. And that too within this vicinity of Ludhiana. I've done all my education, all these opportunities by staying here. Language has never been a challenge for me. कोई हिंदी में आता है, पंजाबी में आता है, इंग्लिश में आता है. You have to deal through this. I think this profession has transformed me inside out, knowing people and raising their problems. Thank you, Jai Hind.
I believe women can dominate in any sector wherever if they are determined. I have seen personally my sisters, my mother, if they एक बार सोच लिया तो करके दिखाएंगे.
We are already standing tall in this, discrimination. So hi, good morning everyone. This is Samaira Gupta. I'm currently running my own couture in the name of Samaira Gupta Couture. But what inspired me doing this, it's a big story, but let me tell you one thing. It is generated from my family background only, because I literally belong to a very orthodox family. Inside my family, every girl, we are four sisters, sorry, and three of us were sent to study, to take education, and we were told you have to study and then you have to handle a house, you have to do the household chores only. And this was, I got rebellious from there only, that why every time we are told, only we four are told you have to do this much education and then you have to go in your own sector of handling your homes. So I was, among four of us, I was the only one who was a rebellious kid since beginning, and I was very sure if I am going to study, even if I am going to do my plus two, my graduation, my post-graduation, I am definitely going to do something that I want to do, whether it is a job sector, whether it is an entrepreneur. So I did it, and my family was the only inspiration who used to tell me every time, no, you are supposed to do the household chores only. So by this, I was a bit, long ago, before my marriage, I was a trainer. So I have taught in a sector where I was teaching objective type maths and logical reasoning to all those government sector to get those government jobs. But once I got married, then I was not allowed to do that job, as my in-laws told me, you are not supposed to do this job now. So once you are determined to do something, you have to do something. You cannot sit idle at home. You have to, productively utilize your knowledge, imparting your knowledge. So I was very much into styling and fashion. So what I thought is, now this is the right time when I have not to go for any job, but let me be an entrepreneur now. So I started my own business, and today I am proudly successful in running that business. Thank you so much.
Uh, Good morning. I'm Dr. Mridul Anand. I'm an oncologist in Oswald Cancer Hospital. I've been dealing with this branch of oncology since 10 to 12 years now. And contrary to her story, I think hats off, but my only inspiration was science. Only when I got into medical, some of my relatives told my father it's a very, very long journey. When will she get married? You know, it was always gender neutral for me because science is one thing which, eventually when you are into the branch, you realize that the studies have stopped and the life has started. Because I started managing household at the age of 27 and I thought to myself, why did my parents not tell me that I have to balance both? So at the age of 27, 28, when I was balancing professional and personal commitments, I learned it through it. Yes, touching lives and maybe making an impact was my inspiration.
Thank you so much. Let's give them a big round of applause, everyone. Now let's get in deep. Let's take it a notch higher. So the other day, I was sitting in the office with Sir Davinder, and he pointed out certain things. Like, I was like, sir, what are we going to discuss tomorrow in the panel discussion? And Davinder sir, he talked about something, and it hit my mind. Then I thought, this is a question that we should ask as you all are here. So this is a very basic and general question, and this was sir who pointed it out, and I just rephrased it. So now that for the past couple of years, we are talking about empowering women. My question is, aren't women already so empowered? Do they need empowering? Now when we focus here on this question, what I mean is, when we talk about empowering women, celebrating Women's Day, doing this, promoting women rallies and everything, this has increased according to the data that I studied last night. It has increased the discrimination, it has increased the differences. Until then, there were not many people who were, aware of it. But now when we're focusing on that particular point, as they say, the skiers who do skiing, they often believe, like when they are skiing through mountains, if they say that don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree, they will obviously hit the tree eventually. But when they say follow the path, follow the path, follow the path, they will follow the path instead of hitting the tree. So when we're focusing on the negative, we will only think about the negative. So what are your views on that? I believe personally that women are already so powerful, they are dominating in every aspect, but this is a question that we generally have, aren't we boys? कि यार, हम लोग point out भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, but now that we're pointing it out, discrimination ज़्यादा हो रहा है, differences ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं, and people are being more aware and they're choosing to be like that. So what are your views on this? Anyone can answer and share the points.
Kevin, the fact that you are answering me this question, questioning me this particular question that why women empowerment is there, it make it clear that still the fact is that women empowerment is much needed. But I was telling Devendra sir that I don't want to be a part of any kind of event wherever the women empowerment. I know we are discussing this particular topic. Why I'm saying so? Because certainly I 100% believe when you are talking about empowering some sect of society, at the same point of time, we give it a stamp that we believe that this set of society needs empowerment. At the very beginning, we are admitting the fact that women are weaker. But I'm making it very clear, it is the women who need to come forward, step forward, and who are stop asking that we don't need any kind of empowerment. And whenever we are today honoring many women who have done wonderful in their respective arenas of life in their careers, whenever it is the dream of every woman who wants that this kind of discussions should not be meant. If still we are discussing, this make it clear this is there. The curse is there. So I request all the women who are doing wonderful job that is the only, whenever we are talking about the problem, we should always discuss the solution also. So one solution which I found is, it is very important for all the women who are doing wonderful in their lives. They should grow with others, right? Start taking the people along, with your growth. at one point of time, we will reach someday when all the women will be celebrating Men Empowerment Day. Right? We'll be celebrating the Men Day when we will become so powerful that men feel insecure and we felt that there is a need, some kind of empowerment to be given to the men. So it can happen only when if we all grow together. Individually, we cannot run anywhere, we cannot reach anywhere. In these days, we are not talking about Sati Pratha. It is there. It is a history. It was happening the way back and now no one is discussing because we have overcome from that situation. So it is important when we will grow together, this women empowerment, this Women's Day should have to make a history. And it's all effort from our side. Let's start working together, let's start protecting each other. It's always important to make another woman queen as you are. Thank you so much.
Very well said. Ma'am, let's give ma'am. Anyone wants to? Yes, ma'am.
May I feel it's men who have empowered women. The event is curated by Devinder sir.
So let's clap for men's present here, okay? We're the one who's
So,
supporting.
let me complete. The event is moderated by a man. Photography is being done by male members. I have seen these women, they were accompanied by their husbands, brothers, or whosoever who have come along with them. I feel men are really supportive. Because I have come from a family where I am a single child in my Nanka and Dadka. There is I don't have any sisters, my cousin or somewhere. I've been brought up with my 11 brothers or cousins, you may call. My Tayaji, Chachaji, Masar, Fufaji, they made me so comfortable, they made me so acceptable to the society that men are good. And they made me empowered. काम कर, we are, हम पीछे हैं, कोई बात नहीं, जो करना है कर. So I feel they made me more comfortable. The people in society. So that's what I feel, that it's men who have given us this prestige. But there is one gap, that there are women who are being suppressed. They don't raise the voice. आज मैं पूछूं कि do you have any problem? They will be facing issues, be it physical issues, physical harassment, mental harassment, emotional harassment, but they won't speak. So it's the problem is with women that they don't open up, they don't speak, they are scared. That I don't know why, but they need to open up. But I'll thank male members in my life, and maybe the one who are sitting in front of you and listening patiently all about this. Thanks to Devinder sir once again.
Can I add? As Mehak nicely said, actually empowering does not mean being negative, like you pointed out. I was happy to have a male moderator. So I think it is all about the choice and also the support of our husbands, brothers, fathers. They say that Papa ki nanni pari, and because the wings start from there. But I think, like ma'am rightly pointed out, it is also the society which tells you not to discuss. I think it's more about the choice. The choice could be of being a homemaker. The choice could be of going all out in the world. So being vocal about the choice and be sure that we are being given a choice and not being pinned down upon is more important, I suppose.
Let's give ma'am a big round of applause.
So, the beautiful and empowered ladies around me have already discussed it very well. So, I just want to add one point that is being missed over here. That's still in our society, whether women is already being empowered and men have a great role in that. But still, one thing I personally feel is that women is still having multiple roles to play at one point of time. It's what I can see, what I can face today, what I see is that women currently is working. It's their choice, they want to work, they are allowed to do the work firstly. Then it's there are many social responsibilities, many domestic responsibilities where women is the only one who is who has to play the role. Still, there's time, I have kids. I am taking my example only. I have kids. I have to manage my kids on my own, and then I have to work. Still, in many sectors, we are not getting that support where we both are balancing our roles. The woman is the only one who has to maintain that balance. So, I think women is empowered, but still we are empowered. It's a choice that I want to work. If I want to work, I have to handle my other responsibilities as well. So here's the point. Actually, this is the point what you want to discuss. I matlab, yes, sure.
Gradually, things are changing. The partners are more. They are in this society. They are understanding that their women need to go out. Today, my entire work was done by my husband. I told I cannot be doing two things at a time. I have an office duty. So things are changing. Yes, he gets bashed on both sides. That is true because he has to balance more than me because in-laws be here and everything, and we live in this. Women's Day is not National Women's Day, it is International Women's Day. So the problem lies in the global sector as well, which is, I think, gradually bridging up.
Ma'am, as you have discussed your story and ma'am has discussed your story, and I think in that case every woman has their own story. You know, if you are having a good support at the back end. But when you are talking about empowering women and women empowerment, does it mean that only women who are working in a corporate sector and on a particular sector which is organized, then only we are talking about women empowerment? The women who are taking care of their house, who are taking care of their family, are they not fit to that kind of arena and this kind of bench? So I request Mr. Devinder that next time, please, and we should applaud for all that ladies, who are working day and night for their families, but still they are not considerable. They are very, very important.
Yes, it's very
Thank you for pointing out and specifying me. But at the same time,
It's important to recognize their efforts also.
Exactly.
and now that we're talking about this, now we've talked about how males support women. Now the question that arises in workplaces, in schools or in other places, how important is it for women to support each other, like women to support women in order to grow? Do you think women should support women in order to grow, or do you want only males should support, or I should go by my family support, or something like that? Considering even the workplace sector, considering the school, considering all aspects, what are your views on this? Should women support women in order to grow?
We should have those things.
Yes.
So, am I audible?
Yes.
I think women have make any workplace very comfortable, calm. Else, when males are there, they get really panicky. When it comes, okay, have you decked up? Let's go for wedding. And jaldi karo, jaldi karo. It's like they are always in haste. They're always in rush to do things. However, when we send our kids to kindergarten, you see that they start they are being nurtured by a female teachers, and you are more comfortable sending your child to female teachers. Have you ever seen any school with male teachers in kindergarten? So that's what it is, because they are very calm, composed, loving, like a mother. Gradually, when a child needs strictness, they are being sent to sports teachers, right, who are mostly male-dominated teachers. So it's like we need balance of both males and females in upbringing from school. Because why I have started with the school? Because a child starts learning from school. Gradually comes the workplace. My resident editor is a female. Most of my staff is female. Even crime reporter is a female. Municipal commissioner, whosoever covers MC beat, is a female. Education, health, lifestyle, I cover female. So I feel, be it any field, women are dominating. You go to banks, they are there. You see doctors, they're more understanding, very nice, calm, sweet to talk to. So, but the situation varies. Even when it comes to males, the situation may vary. So I feel
Just pointing out one thing, where you said that in schools, whenever we needed strictness, we used to go to a female teacher. Now, personal experience. from school life when I was in second grade, and I remember it. I did something mischievous in class. There was a female friend also of mine who was involved in it. But, it was a male teacher. Now, why do I like female teachers? I'll give you a very clear and cut answer. Female teacher दोनों को punishment देती है. Male teacher बस मेरे को ही punishment देती. So it's like, that's why I like female teachers personally, because that is one thing every year student must have faced this. कि भाई गलती हम दोनों ने की, एक बार मार सिर्फ मुझे पड़ी, उसको बस डांटा, बस हो गया.
So the fairness and the logical and the emotional aspect comes into being, which I think is a slightly our EQ is better. So as you said, my staff is also comprising entirely of female, only 1 or 2 male members. It doesn't depend. It also depends upon the kind of male mentor you get. If he is very secure, you will be able to take your track forward, is what I wish to say.
What I feel is like it's not. Is it?
Yes.
Is it working? No, it's not working.
Ma'am, take this one.
So, thank you. Okay. So what I feel is like, what actually I feel is it's not basically male versus female.
Yes,
it's
not
not
competition.
basically, yes, it's not a competition. It is basically from where did it start? It started like, because in our sector, in our male were only working, male were only allowed to work, and whenever females raised their voice that they want to work, we just don't need to seek permission from anyone to take this work, to take this responsibility. So females in every sector, whether it is political, whether it is journalism, whether it is any line, aerospaces, anything. So what I see is today, it's like influencer. Let's talk about influencer industry. That's all raised by a women only. That's all raised. I guess 90% of the women have raised that industry. So women is already doing very well. It is just that we have to seek many roles. It's just that, all the platforms, the women has to do a lot as compared to men. This is the only thing. It's never being male versus female. ये तो बहुत मतलब, it was like years ago, decades ago, when it was male versus female. In today's time, it's not male versus female. It is just how women is being, given the sense of responsibilities. Women has to realize the self-worth, basically the sense of self-worth. That's women empowerment actually.
Excuse
Yes.
me, but even in school nowadays, we are still being, children are still being taught that mother is in kitchen. They are either fill verbs is likho, या फिर kitchen likho, noun likho. These are still relevant in the books.
That is why
Where is your father? My
Yes,
father is in the
that's
office.
why we are celebrating,
Right?
exactly.
I think this needs to alter.
The mindset is it's the game of all mindset, and the question
Yes,
is that
yes.
how much support the women want from another woman and the women want from men. I
And
think
the
here
question is like, should women support women in order to?
100%, 100%. I too always believe that grow together. That's why that then only we can reach to the arena where I already mentioned that when we will not be celebrating these kind of events, right? But it's whenever we are working in any profession, I certainly believe that your counterpart, whether male or female, is equally important, right? Because here in the university, 75% are the women are working and only 25% are the men. But on all the top positions, there were all men and I am the only woman. And I am proudly saying it, but they all are 100% supportive, and I have, certainly realized this with due course of time, that whenever all these my friends are in any trouble, the first thing came in their mind is Dr. Sandal. So women are actually a solution provider.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why I said,
it's,
yes.
we don't take the things as difficult the way men take. They always get very panic about the, very petty things, and we take it very easily, and it's okay. Just calm down. So I have observed this thing that whenever they start in anything, so they just dial up 215, Dr. Sandal, please calm down. So it's okay. So it's both ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
I think
never
one
male
thing, this
versus
last thing
female.
that you said, that whenever men are in problem, they go to a female.
Yes.
I think it is like, because as children when boys, whenever we are wrong, mummy ke paas jao, mummy se पूछो, daddy to डांटेंगे, mummy ke paas jao. So we are like trained like that whenever something happens, we think that the only solution can be provided from a woman and by
You know, the child when first enter the home, they always call mama. You know, because he knows and she knows that if there is something, then mama is the solution provider. And the same way in the workplace, certainly we are the solution provider and we make them, you know, certain things easy. Because God has meant us in that way.
That's the only reason I told, like, women have women is blessed with a certain good sense of responsibility.
True.
We are definitely blessed with that sense of responsibility.
Ma'am, that thing has been, make it sure by the God.
Yes,
When
yes,
they have
yes.
given us the power
Exactly.
to birth a child. What is more empowerment
So
we
it's
need?
never male versus female. I to totally agree to this. It is just that there were some fields, there were some sectors where women was not rising.
True.
Actually, that's why the topic started.
True.
But now at times, yes. And the question, actually coming to the main point is this, that definitely we should make a robust network of female community. See, until a woman will never support other women cannot rise.
True.
See, we all have our sister-in-laws at home, our sisters, our mother-in-laws, our mothers. We suppose if I have come here today, so who will be there to take care of my kids? It's a woman who has supported me.
Sure.
A woman is there to take care of my kids at home so that I go to places to do my work with my responsibilities. So women is definitely, if a woman is going to give us a supporting or helping hand to another woman, will rise far more what we cannot even imagine. So male, like, in parallel to us, going parallel to us, men is, have their own counterpart, have their own roles to fulfill, whether it is along with us, whether it is beside us. But women, in short, needs to support us progressively. Yes.
You would like to say?
I think this also includes our house helps, because
Sure.
they are the foundation. And she said, it is not only the women in the workplace, the one who are already at the house managing everything. They are the foundation which allow us to go out in the world and do things.
Very well said. Let's give them a big round of applause because I'm sure that this has helped us a lot. And girls here, let's support each other. A community only grows when we work together. And moving on, since we talked about women supporting women, now that you see today's generation, the youth, the girls especially, what do you think is the barrier that they're setting for themselves? And what are the things that they are not able to overcome? And the problems that they are facing? So you would like to just share some insights? I know you may have heard some girls who will come and say that we're having certain problems, this is why we're not going for it. Or what are the major problems that you personally feel that a girl is having, that is why she sets a barrier for herself? Instead of moving forward, she is afraid of the community and says, okay, I'm fine as I'm doing.
Threats by seniors. It can be seniors, or maybe it can be by any political party I'm covering. They'll come up, okay, we'll sue you. Just because I am raising the voice which is, I'm
Specifically in
reporting
your
which is
career.
wrong.
Yeah,
Specifically in
your
my
career.
field.
True.
So we are being threatened. However, lot many FIRs being registered. However, my company is quite supportive in this. My family is quite supportive in this. If you keep record of whatsoever they are doing wrong, and then if you have some official version to it, so you always keep proofs and evidence that whatsoever wrong has happened to you. So it starts with the barrier, and gradually you make a boundary. You gradually learn, okay, this is my limit, I don't have to cross it. For instance, if I'm wearing something very casual, not formal, but the occasion was a formal, so gradually you will learn from your mistake. Okay, this was something I did wrong, and where I learned to correct myself, because I cannot blame anyone in this. And again, with the suppression and threats, I think every work has these challenges. You learn with whatsoever comes to you through experience, and then you get alerted next time. You have to be careful with whatsoever you are speaking in the profession, whosoever you are dealing with it, and it comes with experience, I think.
what I feel personally is, every work field is having their own challenges. But if we talk generally about women, see, there are so many parameters, there are so many things revolve around us, like women's physical harassment. You cannot travel like beyond time. There is a time limit when you feel, yourself secure. Then after that time, you don't feel secure in this particular society, and that threat comes from men only. For women, that threat comes from men only. So there are many jobs where women do not force themselves, do not prepare themselves to set up and to step up as well, just because of these things. And also, what I think personally is, a woman should always invest in learning and skills. It's not that you are done with one particular thing and now you are aware of that job, you are doing in that particular field only. But the biggest barrier I see for coming from a woman to a woman, that is like we should stop investing in our skills and in our education after a period of time. We should always challenge ourselves in our growth, so that we can overcome all the barriers we can see for our personal lives. Right? Thank you.
Like in our field, when we see the patients, they tell us कि अगर लड़के को लगी है ना, तो they will come. If he has a problem, they have a son and a daughter. A mother would generally be more swift. A family would be slightly more swifter as compared to when a girl. Things are slowly changing, but problem is कि we need not empower the youth, also the caretaker, their family, their mothers, because if the foundation is right and both of them are given equal importance, then maybe the barrier we see around, I think the barrier is more so mentally. It is never, a society never comes and tells it anything to your face. It is just your own mind, your own inferiority that we feel that this thing needs to be taken care of.
Thank you so much. Let's give them a big round of applause. And let us all release our stress, our problems. Find a mentor. Today everyone says find a mentor, find someone you can talk to, share your problems with. And if you find the right mentor, you will obviously be guided right and you will shine in your respective fields. Now, let's make the topic more interesting, the things that we want to hear about. Now, how can we encourage girls, or can we encourage girls to pursue male-dominated fields? Should we encourage girls to pursue male-dominated fields, or we should just let them do what they want to do?
What exactly are the male-dominated?
I know. There should not be any profession which should be male dominated.
It is the profession, the love of anything, any passion that the child or the girl aspires to be someone. It should not be gender biased. If the passion is too much, I think she won't be able to see the gender biases. It is only when we are less passionate, or we are thinking in terms of everything, in terms of safety and everything, then maybe that thing comes to our mind, that what professions are. See, every profession is gender biased and every profession is male dominated, if you think so. See, initially at the start of my career, when I used to sit with my HOD, so he was a very 60-year-old, very nice man, very enigmatic personality. So patients used to come and tell me कि डॉक्टर साहब को दिखाना है. So I used to feel so anxious कि मैं भी डॉक्टर हूँ, मुझे क्यों नहीं दिखाना है. And 10 years down the lane, I have realized it is the empathy and it is your dealing that leads the patient to come to you and not the gender.
And Kevin, you just named the profession which is male dominated.
Yes.
I can name the profession which is female dominated.
Okay, so now you might be thinking, why am I asking you this question, right?
Yeah.
So obviously I took out a survey. It was not now. When I was in school, there was a project that we were supporting women and all. So I took out a survey, and what do they generally feel and what is their problem? So the survey resulted in this question, that we are not getting the same equal rights that men are getting in all aspects.
No.
Okay, so this was the question. I'm just telling you this. Question was that we are not getting the same equality, we are not treated equally in certain professions. When I asked about what are the professions, they were saying workplace, they were saying other things which were highly noted and known professions. But they were not talking about the professions like the other professions such as firefighters. We don't see female firefighters. We're talking, there are 99% of firefighters who are only male, not female. Now the question that...
The same way, in the other way, then in teaching, you will see 90% females are there and 10% only male. So it's okay.
The question that was asked was, when I asked like, what is your genuine question? Just don't confuse me by the survey. You tell me what is your problem. They said we want 50% equality in all professions.
That cannot
Is it possible?
Possible.
Can we
No,
get
no,
that?
no, 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 no. It's out of choice only. It's out of
And
choice.
why do you need?
Yes.
Why do you need 50%? Why do you
Today
need?
we're having these debates globally that women want 50%
This
equality.
debate,
that is-
this debate,
May I?
this debate cannot have any base. Like you know, this was like decades ago. Decades ago, when women was not allowed to work, when women was not allowed to show their face, we were under ghungat wala time, right?
This
Yes,
This
yes.
is about wanting a toffee which the other kid have. Yeah, it is like that. There are certain roles which we have to maintain. You cannot, even in a marriage, you cannot be 50% every time. So how come?
Yes,
in the
yes,
work-
yes.
Excuse me, now vocabulary is changing. It's not chairman, it's chairperson.
Yeah.
Chairperson
Yeah.
can be a female.
It's not a
male.
heroine now, it's actor.
Yes.
So vocabulary
This
is
question
changing.
doesn't make
World
any
is changing.
sense.
If you see only firefighters, there are very tough professions, I think, which are physically, male are physically fit to be there.
No, no, no. But
See,
women are also equally physically fit now. You see Mary Kom.
It's not.
It
It's not. And let me complete.
Yes, yes,
It's not this way. If they have a few posts, like you will see Cybermen, there are women as well. Hana. So even with firefighters, it's not only specifically India-dominated. So in India, we can say, okay, we have firefighters, mostly female. But you will see, we have e-rickshaw drivers. They are women now. Society is changing. They are
Yes,
exploring.
the
Maybe next year you will be calling a women firefighter over here.
Even these days, women are digging up to the profession in petrol pumps. You will see even in the toll booths. We have started seeing the women sitting there. Even in the women are the bus drivers these days.
Yes,
So
cab
they are
drivers,
bringing-
bus
yeah,
drivers,
I know.
everything.
Everything
Every
everybody
sector
is.
women is like digging
Yeah.
up, literally.
So you
Yes.
proved my survey wrong.
I know.
We accept that. But now that we've talking about men and all this supportive role, in your opinion, does men, or what role should men play in women to grow? Just point out at least 2 points each, like what role should men do, like men have, in order for women to grow? 2 points each.
I
Let's just
think,
keep it
Kevin,
simple.
there is just one point, and that is support. We just need a support from all aspects. If even is this a man who is back and at the home and even at the workplace, we just need their support. At least they should not negate us, being on the fact that we are a woman.
Just a general question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ask for support, they're supporting you, but at the same time, they're giving you a reality check. Or they might be questioning. Would you like that type of questioning, like why are you going it, like this is this, or you just want them to support?
I will tell you here my story. I was, before City University, joining City University, I was working with the government sector. And ma'am was asking me about that only, that how you have shifted here. I was working with the Punjab University for almost 14 years. And in that previous organization, once my senior told me that though Dr. Simran, you are doing pretty well, you are doing all the wonders, you have all the knowledge, you have all the experience. But let me tell you one thing very clearly, that you can never sit on my chair. And I asked him why. He told me that because you are the female and management doesn't want the female leaders on the post. And that was the day I have given them the notice period and I have resigned the job. And I joined the private sector. You can understand leaving the government job and joining the private sector is not an easy journey for anyone. Relaxed working hours, everything is so much benefits are there. But it's the time, it's very important that you need to stand for yourself. You should know you are worth for what. If not there, then look what I am here and doing wonders. And again, if at any point of time I will feel here also that just being a woman, I'm not getting certain benefits and position, certainly I will leave the place and will move to some other place. So it's just about recognizing your worth.
I think it is also about we should be given what is deserved of us, of our efforts, and not only because we are women in that field.
I know.
Exactly. Kudos to ma'am. I never knew your story. On personal basis, I am telling you, I never knew your story. I met you only first time. So I just loved this enthusiasm. For she hasn't left that job for herself only. She has taken a stand for every woman sitting out here. Every woman should give a round of applause for this woman, particular woman, because literally, it's not easy to leave a government job and to shift to a private sector. It's not that easy. Not only mentally, it is like challenges, because there are, like ma'am said, that there are very much government jobs are always very more beneficial than
Private
you are
sector.
working in a private sector.
Very much
Certainly it
comfort
is.
zone is there, no?
Yes.
A lot of leaves, specifically again for the women when you're having
Exactly.
small kids at the family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I totally agree to this state that a man should support women as well as a women should support a men equally. It's not that a man should support a women. There are many sectors where men need our help. Because in Indian society, yes, it's internationally, but I'm talking about my Indian society, that men are not raised in the way a woman is raised. That's why we are multi-talented. That's why we can take all the challenges more vastly as compared to a man can take, because he is raised in the way. His upbringing is done in the way that once you have to grow, you have to complete your studies, you have to earn the living for a family. They are raised in this way. They are never raised in the way that you have to support equally to your wife. You will see that many men are not giving helping hands to their partners. Equal helping hand. Right? So this is the responsibility of women also. I feel this because we raise kids. We raise our next generation, whether it is a male or a female. So we have not to teach our female counterparts that no, you have not to sit at home, you have to go to the workplaces, you have to bring earning. But we are equally responsible to teach a male counterpart that you have to provide your helping hand to your female counterpart while she is working like you. This is what I think.
Anyone wants to add something?
Thank you so much.
I'll just say I've been, already being very supportive by my brothers, my father, my parents, family, everyone, my friends. So they have played men specifically, my male friends, my male members, whom I know in my life. They have supported me throughout, who made me acceptable that society is not that bad, which is being portrayed and showcased. So I'm grateful and thankful to all of them. They have been very supportive. It's just in case, now if I need to look for a partner, I would say a person should be a bit mature. Generally, male members are anyway mature. They know what society is, and that's the only segment which I feel that's why they'll come and pinpoint, ये नहीं करना, ऐसे नहीं पहनना, ऐसे नहीं बोलना, ऐसे नहीं. That's what I appreciate in them. So
can you just see, like, in the question you are asking, see the potential in the women. We are already empowered. We are already telling you that if men, we don't need the support of men, but we women need to teach our men's counterparts that they have to do this. We have to improvise your male counterparts. We are so much empowered today.
Let's give them a big round of applause, everyone. Now I will just take this moment, since I see the crowd here and we've been hearing lots of insights. Do you personally have a question or a problem that you're facing? You can ask them now, they're here over here. Anyone from the crowd? If you have any questions in mind, you can ask them. No one?
Rather, we should give the opportunity to all the awardees also if they want to speak something.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Respected awardees, if you would like to share something,
I know.
the stage is open. Okay, since we don't have questions, I guess because they're answering it so beautifully and I'm asking the right questions, so we're having a great moment.
This is
right
how
now.
you took the credit away from me.
And now that we're here, let's talk something basic. What are some everyday actions that women and girls can take, which will improve their lives?
Can I answer?
You can share 100 points. We're open to it.
First thing I would like ma'am said, that we are multitasking a lot these days. So delegation, I feel, is very important. More so for women, like we have been debating since quite a time. It is also on the mental makeup. The science tells us that women's mind has compartments. It tells us that, and the man mind doesn't have it. So I think delegation, it is because they are too focused. It is all in the science and the way the brain works and the networking works. So I think delegation and setting boundaries. It is based both at the workplace, personally and professionally. If I am asked to do something which is beyond my time, perhaps the ability to say no has to come more often than not. And delegation, because you can't be there managing 100 things. If you are managing each day, you can't give it 100% every day. So it is better to have your own team, which you delegate the task, and so that you are able, because nowadays mental health aspects are also increasing, because we think that we are superwomen, we can do everything and anything. So I think setting boundaries and being assertive without being aggressive. We tend to, in our personal and professional lives, we tend to control a lot of things, and one day we burst, and then the man shouts, why is she shouting? Because we have not set the boundaries each and every day. So that is my take on it.
Very rightly ma'am said that, being a woman, we all believe that we can do everything, and we want to do everything by our own.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my story again here, ma'am. I was, my kids are not going for any tuitions, and though I'm not doing much household work, that housemaids are doing perfectly fine. But I'm the only woman at my home. My mother-in-law is not there with us, and I sometimes I feel very overburdened, and I feel like now I'm not able to control. Then my father told me one thing कि बेटे जो तो घोड़े पे भी ज़्यादा पार हो जाता है ना, तो बदरियाँ कट दी हैं. I heard this the very first time from him कि बदरियाँ कटनियाँ is important. We also need to less burden ourselves if we want a more good productivity. So stop thinking the way that we can do everything and we will do everything. Let's start sharing the responsibilities. It's very important, though it's your children, though it's your husband, but do ask for the help. We are not, the one who will do everything and who will set the world right.
Yeah, and also when we are saying no to a kid or to our husband, relatives come in the second line, you feel slightly guilty. So we need to come out of that thing very often.
True that.
I would like to add that everyone, be it women or men, they need to have this one element of self-love. They should start self-loving themselves, looking after their health. Ever since I started gymming, yoga and meditation. Because physical health and mental health are important. Because if you are healthy only, then you can look after your family, your work, and do other things. So first start giving 1 hour to yourself for physical fitness. Do yoga, jogging, gymming, whatsoever, and meditation. Because meditation will keep you spiritually and religiously healthy. Believe in God. And the last segment, I would say, do something. Do something, use your skills, so that it won't even add financial benefit to you, but will make you happy that you are pursuing something. Just don't sit idle after getting degrees or something. Just use your skills. And lastly, this women part who generally neglect, सबसे पहले they will give food to other family members. I think just prioritize yourself, have healthy, आप fruits ले रहे हो, मम्मा क्या करेंगे, जूस निकालेंगे, सबसे पहले they'll offer to others. Why can't she have herself? So it's all about prioritizing yourself. And partial impairment, जो लोग कहते हैं ना, आप सुनो, आपकी negativity होगी आसपास या कुछ भी objectionable thing होगी, but partial hearing करो, just ignore it and do what you feel is good for you.
ये अगर सुन भी लिया तो दूसरे कान से निकाल दो.
Partial impairment.
Absolutely right. We need to take a toll on our mental health first. That's the only way we can grow and we can support our society to grow. But like ma'am told, like she's having her own story, I'm having my own story. There was a time I told you, like when I quit my job, I was into homemaking only. For I guess for about 4 years, 4 to 5 years, I was into my parenthood and everything, managing home. But then I realized, no, 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 no. This is not my job. This kind of job, if I will be sitting all time at home, I'll become less productive. So I started doing my own work, right? But when I started working after those 4 years, I saw like, and no one at home was like, here to support me, because they were already in this habit of doing everything by me only, because I was handling everything on my own. That is the only reason that I have faced this mental pressure for whole 1 year, that I was handling my own business on my own. I was handling the entire home responsibilities, because I just came up with this habit to everyone at home, like I am managing the home very well. And then there are two toddlers. I was like completely looking after them as well. But then yes, I took this toll. First 2 months it took like it was like very difficult for me to tell everyone, no, now I am working, I need your support as well. So it was very difficult. First 2 to 3 months were very difficult. Like I have to shout for my own support, I have to tell everyone, no, this time I am busy, this is the time when I have to take care of myself, this is the time. So everyone has to, because I gave up. I didn't think that my kid is crying. If I will be the only one who will be looking after for them, then no one will come to help you. No one will leave the chair. So women is the only one, we are the only one who have to support themselves on priority. If you will take step for yourself, rest everyone will be there in the queue to help you. But if you will not take toll on yourself, no one is going to come and serve you food, because you are the only one who has served for decades to everyone in the family, not only the men, but to everyone. You are the only one. So you need to take this toll for yourself first, right? So this is how we can go for physically, mentally, and practically we can enable ourselves to do wonders in our fields, whether it is homemaking. Whether it is homemaking, I have seen many a times that the women who are not going in the outside workplaces, they are living within their home boundaries. They are always, considered as, what do you do? The male counterparts come home, like I have gone since morning and I'm coming back in the evening. What do you do at home? What you did? You should tell them that I am going at your place. You sit at home back and you handle the household responsibilities for 2 days. Just give them the opportunity, and you will see disasters will happen. I'm very honest in this. I'm very honest in this. What I find is going to a workplace, working, because you are oriented, you are directed towards only one thing. You have some work goals. You have to focus on those work goals, and you are totally focused over there. But once you are at home, you are having thousands of responsibilities to do. You are not focused in one direction only. You're not only earning money, but you have to seek for thousands of another responsibilities. So it's your call to take your toll on your mental health. You are the only one who is designed, who has to be assertive to your own support, your own takes. So start doing it for yourself, and you will feel the change. You will see that everyone will come to help you in entirely different ways, because you have left that space for them. Thank you so much.
So, I think we can give them a louder applause, because they have been sharing steps. And the question that was asked is, what are the small everyday actions that we can take? Right? So they have shared small basic actions that we can start right now, by itself, that start loving yourself, start believing in yourself, ask for support, set boundaries. These are some basic things that we can use. And now that we've gathered a lot of insights, let's just come to the closing. And while we're here on closing, let's take it to a broader aspect. Not only focusing on women, let's also take boys inside. And now let's just ask the question that, what are some basic steps that we all, as a society, male, female, both, can take in order to empower women more and bring the light and shine out? One each. Let's just give it.
I think in the present scenario, the onus lies much more on the Indian male as compared to the female, because he's the one witnessing the changes from his mother generation to now his working woman or maybe managing at home. So I think they can be sensitized enough to bring everybody on the table, and if the lady of the house can be brought to balance everything around, because she is such a great support system. So I think this thing can really benefit Indian youth a lot more as compared to Indian female, focusing only on the female. I think the male counterpart can balance both of the sides, because he is witnessing changes, and if he is, and the mother also, the mother of the kid can really come forward, because if she is the one taking the shots, I think we can grow a lot faster and wider.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Yes, ma'am. You please.
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no, no.
Please, please.
It was a thoughtful day when we have indulged in a lot of conversation in the presence of BC sir and ND sir. I am proudly saying, I know whenever we are talking about growing out the society, and when we talk about the specific role women play and men play, so certainly I believe that 100% involvement from both the sides is important, and we both are very much dependent upon each other. I was telling them and sharing the story that whenever the men on the top positions are in trouble, they call Dr. Simran first. So, so somehow I certainly believe that women are a great problem solver. We take the things very easily, but somehow men take it very burden. So it's not about how the male and female will grow individually. It's very important to grow together. And if we want to, we dream for the society where we will not be celebrating this kind of Women Empowerment Day. Though I ever wanted, we will ever celebrate Men Empowerment Day, where when we can be so empowered and we have left the men behind, and we will celebrate these days for you guys. But still, whatever we have done, whatever the achievements we have, done in our life, certainly men played a very, very great role in that. And I certainly believe that in equitable society, stop discussing male, female, gender equality.
Exactly.
Then only we can dream for the society where we all will be equal, and these kind of discussion will not be a many more part of the society. Thank you so much.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I would say for this, we need to accept the roles which are being played, and specifically some common roles. If my brother is cooking, it needs to be accepted, and if I'm going out for my work, just society needs to accept that the new roles which are being played by male counterparts and female counterparts. So it's just the acceptance rather than making a hue and that would, I think, society needs to accept, change, and which brings peace and happiness in each other's life. That's it. Thank you.
So I strongly believe like the organizations. Suppose I am sitting here in City University today. I have been here before as well. So what I think, like in all the organizations where women and men are working together, there should never be discussion like ma'am told, I never knew this, like in PU she faced this, that they said women should not sit on this particular chair. So I really suppose like universities, like organizations, all organizations, whether it is educational sector, whether it is any MNC, any corporate sector, this should not be, this should be stopped. This should be stopped by each, everyone should come forward with stepping up in this thing, that there should not be any kind of discussion like this position or this job should be handled by a man or a woman. Both can do all the things. Like we already told sir, we already informed sir about this thing, like this question is baseless, that there could be which sector where men could be prioritized. There is no sector where men could be prioritized. There is no sector where women could be prioritized. See, when you talk about the word fashion, because I belong to fashion industry only, I will talk about that. When you come to, when we talk about fashion, there was a time when fashion was the word that was associated, mostly with the women. But in today's time, when we talk about fashion, along with Dolly J, you have listened to the name of Tarun Tahliani, Manish Malhotra. So there is, see, the fashion was the only word that was mostly associated with women only. But the time has changed. We have come far away. There is no word, there is no sector where only women or men is associated now. So first of all, we need to stop these kind of discussions. We need to, literally, what I feel is, we are overall, together we have to grow and together we have to empower ourselves. Not only men empowerment, not only women empowerment. We have come a long, far away. We have come a long way now. Thank you so much.
So let's give them a big round of applause. Because I personally feel that today that we have heard about a lot of things and I have asked a lot of questions with some were proof baseless. Some of the surveys that I did also. And these were some genuine questions and I knew that this was the only day where we could get it answered. And I'm sure that when I asked the crowd that, do you have any questions? You denied it because they were answering all the questions and I was asking the right questions. So at this moment, now I would invite our Pro Vice Chancellor Sir to please come and address and share your remarks, as I've been seeing that Sir wants to speak today. So let's just say.
Can I just stand? I actually am very happy standing over here because believe me, this was not in slot. I just called Davinder sir and said like I want to speak and he just gave me 2 minutes, so I've got 20 seconds to speak. I want to thank each one of you and all women sitting over there and each and every woman on this earth, because I am existing because of you.
True.
Right, so why I wanted to speak and why I want to come to this place, because my life, I just wanted to talk about it, that my whole life was made by women. And from my birth, मैं हमेशा मैम से बोलता हूँ, गिल मैम से, कि मैं सिर्फ ऊपर से आदमी दिखता हूँ, अंदर से मैं पूरा औरत हूँ। और ये जब भी मैं परेशान होता हूँ, गिल मैम बिल्कुल सही बोल रही हैं कि जब भी मैं परेशान होता हूँ तो मैं गिल मैम को याद करता हूँ, और मेरे घर में जब मैं परेशान होता हूँ तो अपनी वाइफ को याद करता हूँ। So thanks to all of you, you have made us so strong. और मुझे पता है एफडी सर भी बिल्कुल मेरे जैसे हैं। तो we really love you, we respect you, and मुझे लगता है कि women empowerment जो है वो एक वर्ड नहीं है, एक कोई फिलॉसफी नहीं है, एक ऐसी चीज नहीं है जिसको सिर्फ इंटरनेशनल वुमेन डे के दिन मनाया जाए। वुमेन ऑलरेडी एम्पावर्ड है। मुझे लगता है हम सबको सिर्फ ये रियलाइज करने की जरूरत है कि वो एम्पावर्ड है। आप देखो इन माइथोलॉजी जितनी भी अच्छी चीजें हैं जो एक्वायर की जाती हैं वो सारी देवियों के पास हैं। विद्या हो गई, पैसा हो गया, ये सब, और आदमियों के पास जो है वो बारिश दे दी गई है। तो दिस शोज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ वुमेन इन आवर कल्चर, एंड आई बिलीव and we all believe, let me just express, share this fact with you all, that is at CT University, 63% of our workforce is women. That shows the philosophy we all have. और मुझे मेरे एमडी सर को, मेरे चेयरमैन सर को, हम सब लोग बहुत प्रिविलेज हैं कि हम सिमरन मैम जैसे, दिव्या मैम जैसे इतने खूबसूरत महिलाओं के साथ काम कर रहे हैं। Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So now I would invite our Pro Chancellor Dr. Manveer Singh, our Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Abhishek Tripathi sir, and our Director Student Welfare Mr. Davinder sir to please come and honor these awesome personals who have been here sharing their sides. And ma'am, I genuinely would like to thank you all for sharing these insights.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for always having me.
Long relationship. I first had the word like almost 10 years ago.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming.
A woman apart.
Psychic medium, numerologist and automatic writing coach, preaching in 24 plus countries across the globe. Next we have Miss Ravi Devgan, social worker and artist. A huge round of applause again, please. Miss Charanjeet Kaur, Vice Principal, CBSE Board. Next we have Miss Kanchan Gupta, Green Lady of Gujarat. Next we have Dr. Gagandeep Kaur, Oral Dental and Cosmetic Surgeon from Gagan Dental and Cosmetic Clinic, Ludhiana. Sorry, it is Gaganpreet Kaur. I'm really sorry. Next we have Mrs. Pragati Chadha, founder and director of Hakuna Matata Musical.
Thank you very much for the honor. Thank you, ma'am.
Next we have Mrs. Shelly Agarwal, director and co-founder, Pinnacle Institute of Fashion Technology, Ludhiana.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words were very nice.
Thank you.
Next comes Miss Priyanka Bansal, fashion designer, having her own label by the name Privani. A huge round of applause, please. Next we have Miss Gunita Bindra, MD of KM Production House and founder of Kala Nikhar Academy.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Next we have Miss Sandhya Kumari, National Games third prize in Kho-Kho. Next we have Miss Khushbir Kaur, National Games third prize in Kho-Kho. A bigger round of applause for them because they at such a young age are sitting there and getting the awards. Next we have Miss Kuldeep Kaur, Sarpanch, Pind Sohia. Next women achiever is Miss Gurpreet Kaur, Sarpanch, Pind Mandiana.
I'm very good.
Now I would request all the awardees and panelists to please come here for a group photo so that we can cherish these moments that we celebrate together. So let's give them a big round of applause. Let's call everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. And I would also like to thank the crowd. You have been a wonderful audience. You have been listening. And let's empower.